Hello, so today is day one of my solo living for January. I'm house sitting my boyfriend's mom's house in the Eastern Cape, and my boyfriend has gone back to the Western Cape to work, so I'm solo flying at the moment, which is cool. But it was funny because I needed to come get myself some groceries and I needed to drive myself here in the vehicle, and the clutch was being sticky when I was trying to leave. And I went through this whole thought process of like, oh no, I need this car. I'm here alone. They're both, the one's in another province, the other one's in another country. Like I need this car to work. I need to be able to like go get food for myself and go to work and do things this month that I need this vehicle for while I'm here on my own. And my mind, like, I heard the thoughts of wanting to like spiral into worst case scenario, catastrophizing. But then I just there's this kid who keeps yelling. He's standing on the bin there just being a G. Anyway, I heard myself catastrophizing, and then I was like, well, it's okay, so let's problem solve. I called my boyfriend, first thing I did. I don't know enough about cars, but he told me what to do, and I was able to do that on my own. And then so I just checked the clutch fluid. He told me to pump the clutch, and then it worked, so it made me realize, it's the clutch fluid. So we checked the fluid's fine. I went to the co-op, and they were like super unhelpful, and I was like expecting them to help me, but they didn't. So then I went to a garage, and he checked everything, and he said, yeah, everything's fine. Everything you checked is all that needs to be checked, and maybe it's just because the car's been standing for a long time, which it has. So anyway, now I'm here at the mall, and I'm about to go grocery shopping, and I'm just reflecting on independence and dependence. It's not, codependence is the negatively associated idea of relying on one another, but then there's interdependence, and there's another word like symbiosis, where we can rely on one another for certain things. And I have had quite a bipolar mindset in the past, where it's like extreme opposites thinking, which is where the catastrophizing also comes from. But the extreme opposites is like often in my relationship, because I have a lot of trauma around relationships in my family, in my karma, in my childhood. My parents divorced. My mom's second marriage was very unhappy. My mom's relationship with my biological father was very toxic. So love relationships weren't modeled very healthily for me, and then that bipolar mindset of catastrophizing has always made relationships quite a dramatic experience for me. And I'm in the most stable long-term relationship I've ever had, and he is my person, and I love him so much, but I still, even maybe more so because of the security, there's that catastrophizing, there's that fear monster inside that like wants to go to the deepest, darkest hole of worst case scenario, often. So part of my trauma and my attachment issue is that I have like a anxious attachment style, where I like really need the person, but then I also am very like push the person away and feel like I don't need them and I don't want them, and I want to be hyper independent, even if it's like a mental process of thinking like, oh, you're now a codependent individual because the first thing you did was call your boyfriend when your car wasn't working. Which is a catastrophizing, over exaggeration, dramatic, bipolar thought process. It's not worst case scenario codependency because you're reliant on an individual. It's like, this is my person, I'm in a relationship with them. Most people would call their dad or their mom or their brother or their cousin or whoever it is that helps them with their cars, they would call that person. For me, that's my boyfriend. So I called him, and he helped me, and now I'm empowered to, if I ever have that issue in the future, I can deal with it on my own because I've learned that lesson and had that experience. But until I've learned and accumulated that knowledge organically from life through experience as I have today, how would I know that? So yeah, the point being that I was just very aware, I am being very aware of my thought processes today, and of like how in the past I used to like have a negative thought and then it would just drag me down. Whereas now I hear the thoughts and then I am able to rationally not listen to the thought. I'm able to rationalize away from that thought and have my own thoughts and think clearly and rationally and be like, okay, probably not worst case scenario, let's deal with the situation. Be that the car not working and being worried that I won't have a car for the whole month, or be that my relationship thinking, oh, I'm codependent because the first thing I do is call this person. Meanwhile, that's the person that helps me in that realm. I don't ask him first port of call for every single thing in my life. That's codependency. I am very independent. I'm very capable of standing on my own feet, but I am also mature enough to recognize that there are certain realms that I don't have that much experience in, and therefore I reach out to someone with more experience with me so that they can help me. And that's not codependence, that's symbiosis. That's just a rational, healthy human relationship. Yeah. Thoughts from the car, my guys. Blessings on Happy New Year, by the way. Happy New Year. So this video, I think I'm just going to post as is. I did my vlog series last year, and then I would do these little thought extracts from my vlog. But I don't really want to do a vlog series this year because it was a lot of admin to keep up with capturing and editing and producing a vlog every month. I want to focus that energy on other things this year, but I still want to do these little tidbit thought choo-choo trains that I post on YouTube. So I think I'm just gonna whip out the phone and have these thoughts to the phone and then share them and not sneak them into my vlogs as a reason to post them. I'm just gonna acknowledge that I enjoy sharing my self-reflective thought processes in a video format. Cool, my guys. Much love, many blessings. Happy New Year from Ash Tree in the 5D.